It's national meets regional. It's Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us for a new path to arts and entertainment.
Hey, Travis, what's wrong?
Samantha's mom told me I couldn't go to the pizza party.
Oh, she did she? I'll be right back. Did you get really alone? I know. It's family. Hey, you still sober? Your nose job looks great. You know, I remember taking care of both of your kids when you guys were having some problems. You know, I paid $22.50 for Travis to be able to go to this pizza party, and so he's gonna see y'all later, right? That's what I thought. Look, you can say whatever you want about me and my husband, but don't take it out on an innocent child. It's just not ladylike. Who wants pizza? Me! Come on. Ladies.
Today's guest is a multi-talented actress, singer, producer, and best-selling author. She is best known to TV and film audiences for her roles in The Ghost Whisperer, Party of Five, The Client List, and of course, I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'd like to welcome Jennifer Love Hewitt to Sidewalks.
Hi.
Hi, Jennifer. It's so great to have you with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So I know that you are originally from Texas. Tell me a little bit what life was like for you growing up there and how you sort of discovered the acting bug.
Texas is great. You know, it's a place unlike any other. The people there are filled with, particularly the women, are filled with gumption and moxie, two of my favorite descriptions of the women in my family. I was really excited to get to portray those women on this show, The Client List, and really excited to use my original accent because I'm from there. So obviously, when I came to LA, it did not sound like this. So it's been fun to sort of go back to those roots a little bit for the series, and especially playing Riley Parks. The acting bug sort of happened by accident. I really came out to LA to be a singer and sort of stumbled into the acting part of things, and it really just sort of took off, and I feel really lucky about that, and that's sort of it. It's not a very exciting story. Sorry.
Oh, I think it's a great story. Come on. Everybody's always interested in how people sort of find their way, because it's different for everybody.
Yes.
So, you mentioned singing, and I know that's been a passion of yours, and we haven't heard from you in a while, but, is music something you'd like to do more of?
It is, at some point. It takes a different part of my brain and my spirit to do music, and because I do like to be involved in the writing process, and so it takes time to be still for a minute and just sort of, live life without working for a while in order to sort of get those creative juices flowing, and I haven't had any time to do that as of late, just because I've been busy with the show and everything, which I'm super grateful for. So, if all things go great and as planned, hopefully I'll get to do, maybe a season 3 and 4 and possibly 5 of this show, and then take a little bit of time off after that and maybe do a record or something.
Who are some of your vocal inspirations?
Oh gosh, I don't know. We're always listening to Beyonce in the hair and makeup trailer, Ciara, love Rihanna. I'm trying to think who else. I grew up listening to like Janis Joplin and Sarah Vaughan and all of those people. I love Diana Ross, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those are not just shoes, they are a work of art.
Beautiful shoes for a beautiful woman.
You know what? Shoes and flattery do get you everywhere.
I was real sorry to hear Kendra up and quit, but I think you and I are gonna get along just fine.
Really now? What do you have in mind?
She used to take a stroll up and down my path.
Really? Kendra did that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a first. Look, I promise I'll have you smiling by the time you leave here. Like this?
Exactly like that.
Well, let's definitely talk about your Golden Globe nominated show, The Client List.
Yes.
You star and executive produce this show, and it's been a huge hit. For those that haven't seen The Client List, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, so it's based on a movie that we did for Lifetime. The show starts off with a very wide-eyed sort of girl next door mother from Texas who is an ex-beauty queen, has lost her job as a regular massage therapist at this place. Her husband has injured himself and also lost his job. They're in financial downfall as far as economically, and their family sort of keeping afloat and taking care of their children and everything. The husband leaves a note one day, disappears, leaves the family behind, and she's left with these 2 kids and all this financial, ruin. So it's just to very quickly figure out what to do. She sees an ad in the paper, goes to become a massage therapist at this place, and gets there and finds out that it's a massage unlike any other place in that they do happy ending massages. They do legit massages as well, but they also offer a little extra, and the little extra makes her more money in order to be able to take care of her children. So she takes the job, and then her life completely spins out of control and becomes a very different situation than what she knew before. In that, though, comes some good things, like she is able to show off how smart she is in her business sense. She's able to connect with people. She's able to find her own sexuality. She's able to feed her family. She's able to make new friends. And she's able to sort of find her own personal feminine power at this job, even though on the other side of that, there's chaos and secrets and lies and all kinds of things.
So that must be what interested you about this series and the character, just all of that you described.
Absolutely. It's really fun to play. It's really interesting to sort of figure out where she is every single day and how she's feeling about things, and sort of see it all spiral out of control for her. It's fun to play and fun to watch.
Tell me about some of the special guests that are appearing. I know Sybil Shepherd is part of that.
Yes, we do. We have Sybil Shepherd plays my mom. We have the amazing Loretta Devine who plays Georgia on the show. We have some fun guest stars this year, some people from soap operas that people will know. We also bring back some of the characters from last season that people know. We have new characters that we're introducing this year that I think people are going to be really interested in. We do music this year on the show. Speaking of singing, I get to sing a lot this year, which is really fun for me. We have definitely surprises up our sleeve for sure.
Well, there's still a lot of people who remember you from your Party of 5 days. Do you still keep in touch with any of the cast?
I just saw Matthew Fox in New York briefly, just super quick kind of passing, and Scott Wolf and I seem to always say hello in interviews. Like somebody will be interviewing him after they've interviewed me, or vice versa, and so we'll send each other like little video messages like, "Hey, miss you, love you, hope you're well." So that's how we sort of keep in touch. And Lacey and I have talked a couple of times. So yeah, sporadically keep in touch with people.
That's great. Well, I can't let you go without talking about your best-selling book, The Day I Shot Cupid.
Thanks.
Why did you write this book?
it was time, I wanted to, I sort of wrote it by accident. I went on a trip to Mexico with some family members and some girlfriends, and we all sort of got on the same subject, which was love and romance and men and women and how they are in relationships and all this stuff, and everybody was kind of telling me stories of heartbreak and things that they had been through, and so as a joke, I sort of sat down and wrote kind of the comedic version of what their stories were, and I gave them like a little book at the end. And a few weeks later, I started getting these random phone calls from women that I didn't know, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I read that thing that you wrote in Mexico, and it really helped me in my love life." And I'm like, "Wait, what? Like, how did you even get that? Who are you? What is going on?" And so it sort of started this idea that maybe I did have something to say. I'd never thought of myself as a writer before, or somebody whose voice was particularly important, and still don't. But it was fun to sort of write it and put it out there, and it did really well, which I was excited about. And I'd love to write another one at some point. I just have to get the time. But I really had a good time with it, and it was great, and it was very cathartic for me. And my dating life had been written about so much at that point that it was nice to finally say what my thoughts and feelings were on it.
You bet.
Which was nice.
Have an outlet. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jennifer, thank you so much for being with us today on Sidewalks. It was a true pleasure.
Thank
I wish you
so
all
much.
the best.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You too.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.